Danny, how valuable does that win feel tonight?
It's pretty good, yeah. Pretty good feeling. We knew going into it, it was a big game, and we wanted a performance after last week and his last home game. So to get the win it's a great feeling. It was scrappy, and we made it a little bit tense towards the end. Yeah, in the scale of things, it's all right, but it's still the job not done. But it's another step closer.
Was it a difficult game to watch as a head coach tonight?
Yeah, I think with the errors, we just kept inviting Hull down into our half. We couldn't seem to just knock off a few sets, and it was backing up headers, so we made an error. Next time we got the ball, we just need to get to a kick a little bit better, and we didn't. We backed up with another error, but on the flip side of that, the attitude to then defend them errors was fantastic. We spoke about that from last week's performance, where we didn't quite have that bit between us teeth last week, but we did today. When we came up with errors, we defended as a team and stopped some try scoring opportunities, which was pleasing to see. If you've got that attitude, then you're doing all right, and that was a step forward.
I was going to say that defensive resilience is something we've not seen all year. How have you sort of managed to get that together?
I think after you get pasted like we did at Warrington, it was an easy easy fix up. That was all we focused on, probably in review and talking about the game. It wasn't good enough, but the good thing about rugby is you can fix that up straight away in a 6-day turnaround. We focused on his defence, wanted to be tight. We didn't want to drop as much ball as we did, but there were some big defensive efforts out there, against some quality players, they've got strike all over the field, and I thought that area of his game was pretty good.
When did you discover about Wakefield's result tonight?
Someone told me at the back end of the game, so we can't keep worrying about Wakefield's results as much as it is, but it's almost like that. It's like a bad version of the chase, isn't it? We won one, and then we're looking to see how they're getting on, and if they're moving a step closer, then it's a tough situation to be in.
What was the situation with Joe Westerman's hand, and how is it?
I'm not sure. He's gone off to hospital. He's gone straight to hospital because I think it was something on the inside of his hand, whether it was I think it was the bone there that maybe just popped out but couldn't pop it back in. So they're hoping if it just goes back in, it'll be sweet and good to go. So it was a big loss for us when he comes off, because he's a big part of how we attack, and he's in his place, and he was having a fantastic game. So, but yeah, it was shuffled people around and filled in for him. So we'll hopefully get an answer on that tonight.
He's put his kneecap in before himself. He was trying to put his hand right himself as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, don't know who needs doctors when you've got Dr. Westerman on call. Just bang it back in, just do that.
What about Jason Gary tonight?
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, come up with a couple of big players, did Jason. I was really pleased with a couple of the young lads on show tonight. It's been hard for me as a coach to try and. I've probably gone away from my principles as a coach a little bit with the pressure of winning games and selected experienced players, when them young lads have been really putting their hand up, training really hard, and put faith in them. Tonight they've done a fantastic job. They've not let anyone down, and they've come up with some big players. I thought Muzzy was sensational, probably his best middle in going forward there. He got his nose through, carried really strong, and he added loads. And same with Kane Robb jumping on at the end, and a nice 20-minute stint. The young fellas were very, very good, and maybe I should have trusted them a bit earlier.
Jordan Johnston, the best he's played in a Cass shirt. It was a massive stint from him, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good. JJ was cramping up towards the end because of that big shift. Probably not used to that amount of minutes, but he's jumped in because of the ban on Horney, and he did a fantastic job tonight. Started us really well. He was getting out of dummy half and attracting the markers and just bossing the game around as well. I thought defensively he really stood up, so he did a big shift. I didn't think he'd last as long as he did, and he went probably longer than expected. That's why we brought Kane on at the back end.
You went with Greg Eden at 6. Has he explained why he passed the ball to Kenny Edwards when he could have scored under the post?
Yeah, not sure on that one. Not sure why he kicked on zero tackle as well when we scored. The coaching box was going berserk when he put that onto his foot on zero. When the ref gave it back to 1 and he kicked it, but luckily we scored. But I thought Greg did a really good job. He's played there before at 6. That's why we knew he was more than capable, and with his pace, I thought he did a really good job in an unnatural position. So yeah, credit to Greg. He was instrumental in a few of his tries there.
Just lastly for me, Danny, the outside noise will now say that'll be enough for Cass and Wakefield are down. How important is it that this group don't Don't listen to that noise right now.
Yeah, it's not done. It's not done. There's still 4 points up for grabs, 2 games to go. We're not safe. So we've got to keep banging that message. But you got to enjoy nights like tonight. It's fantastic. You know, Jungle is rocking when you get wins like that. You've got to enjoy them. But same message every week. We'll be back in tomorrow reviewing that, and we've got to, you know, roll the sleeves up and go to work next week because it's not done. So that's a clear message to the boys.
Danny, would you say that was better than the win at Wakey a few weeks ago in terms of the performance?
I thought defensively we were better. Probably with the ball we was better at Wakefield. So it's just trying to put them pieces together. We just came up with too many headers tonight. I don't think we did that against Wakefield. We were again dropping balls coming out of his own half, backing up headers with another header, and it just made us attack a little bit scratchy. And when we did attack, we caused trouble, but we could have spent a lot more time down the whole half. But I think defensively it was a better performance tonight. But attack-wise, we're probably a little bit of Wakefield. It's just gelling it all together, and it's another week where we can highlight them things and go again next week and try and improve.
I suppose it's nights like this that got you back into the head coaching game, isn't it, a few weeks ago?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, that's my first win back here as a coach. It was an unbelievable atmosphere. I'd liked it to be in a little bit more a little less stressful. I think it was towards the end where I thought we could have in another day we could have probably maybe put another one on, made it a little bit safer. But that's credit to a team like Hull. You know, it didn't go away, and enjoy that buzz again. It was a great night.
I think Castleford had about 10 defeats in over the season down here, and it's been quite miserable, obviously. I think he was like young Elliot Wallace putting in that tackle, and Swift, and that sort of collective desire was there, wasn't it? It was quite different to last week. But how strong was that tonight? That sort of defensive resilience, that overall collective desire.
That was a big plus for me. That just attitude to just defend. You know, we dropped a couple of balls coming off his own line. We defend a set, then get the ball back and make another header. And like I said, we don't want to be that team that keeps doing that. But while you've got that attitude to defend for each other and work hard and just keep turning up, then you know you can go a long way as a team. But we know that's not been there consistently, and that's what we've got to strive to get. We can't just turn it on, flick it on when it's, you know, a bit of a big game like this at home. So we've got to be driving that consistency every week. So that's just the norm, that, you know, we don't want to concede tries. We can back up when we're facing adversity, and that's a challenge for us as a squad.